All right, folks, how's it going? It's your boy Roar. We're here with an original from hololive Indonesia, first gen, so older folks, called Dramatic XViltration. And XViltration, I believe, means like extracting, if I'm not mistaken. Um, I feel like I was rhyming that. So exfiltration, if I'm not mistaken. I might be, so I'm just going to shut up here. But yeah, very excited for this. It's from the X group, I believe. So, or no. Anyway, I said I was going to shut up and listen to the song. Let's just jump into it.
Bukalah mata dan bangunkan diri. Tiada waktu untuk bermimpi. Dunia akan menjadi saksi menyambut bangkitnya kami.
Nice harmony. Oh my gosh. Okay, so immediately this makes me think of ARP. There's something about a lot of their music, and it fits really well with their voices and everything in their native language, that having this haunting orchestration just sounds, I mean, you could put a fun little J-rock beat to this and, you know, the sentiment would be totally different. We can't keep sleeping. The world will bear witness to, you know, our reveal, right? That sounds a lot more fun with like, hey, get up, the world has to see you. But now with it being like, wake up, the world must see our reveal. It just feels so much more like, oh, something big's happening. So very, very cool. I love that. Let's just dial it back.
Bukalah mata dan bangunkan diri. Tiada waktu untuk bermimpi. Dunia akan menjadi saksi menyambut bangkitnya kami.
This is Area 15 down there. What was that for? Nice drums.
Cermin-cermin menyinari sanubari yang terbengkalai. Sekarang dapat ku rasa panggilan yang terus menggema.
Risa, very good as always.
Seakan terangkat lagi
Iofi, wonderful.
sebelum menjadi laga yang terdidak-diri dalam labirin yang
And Muna, of course.
akhir. Kemanapun ku pergi, hanya senja hari yang menanti. Rantai-rantai mengikat diri.
Okay.
Membisikkan
Very relaxed chorus.
pergi, kejam asa pun menghampiri, memadam suara hati. Di balik esok hari ini, area tak terjelajahi. Suatu saat akan lewati garis tepi untuk bangkitkan kami.
Okay, so it's very interesting how they've orchestrated some of this, especially for the choruses. I thought there were going to be bigger impacts for the chorus as well, but then also da 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 da, and that just goes doom 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 with the strings plucking. I thought they would have really gone da or something, some accent of sorts. But I think, at least from what I'm seeing, that just plays all the more into, you know, perhaps the feelings they have themselves of like, we have to awaken ourselves. It's something we feel really, you know, intense about. We have to really do this thing, you know, and maybe it's, you know, it feels more like a personal thing instead of an exaltation that you put out to the audience, right? That's just my assumption on that. But yeah, very interesting idea of always taking, you know, taking what has been handed to you and trying to keep yourself as sort of keeping yourself as activated as possible, right? You don't want to hold back on what you could offer and what you can be because you have trials and tribulations in life. There's a lot of people, I mean, I talked about it in a video a little bit ago, that there's a lot of people who really think that the greatest way that you can live your life is by finding whatever situation does not bring you any stress. If ever you find anything that never brings you stress, it's not going to be that way for long. That's not the goal. The goal is about keeping yourself mindful of where you want to be and what you want to do, regardless of what comes across your plate, because it's going to come regardless. So, how are you going to handle it is the bigger question. Love those cards. I love the use of negative space to show that it was a spaceship coming through, and that spot of negative space was the tractor beam. I love that. Nice. Huh. So then here, Risu is saying, excuse me, my coffee hasn't kicked in yet. Staying in a hidden forest that no one knows. Squirrel, forest, that kind of thing. Falling from the sky to distance yourself. That's what Muna was saying. The distance yourself part, I'm not sure of. I don't know what that means. Falling from the sky, obviously, that goes to the moon and that kind of thing. But in order to distance yourself, what does that mean? Tell me in the comments if you know. Yeah, so it's a sentiment as old as time, right? We make mistakes, and it's very easy for us to always feel like the mistakes that we make are what define us, even though it's not. We are creatures of habit. We are also creatures of weakness, and we will continue to make mistakes the rest of our lives. So is the issue really about how to move on from those mistakes, or is it about just more accurately realizing, hey, I made mistakes, but that doesn't define who I am, so I'm not going to let it define me, and I'm going to keep moving on. I think a lot of people get the wrong idea that if you do that, then that means that you don't feel remorse for what had happened, or you don't feel sad about what had happened. That's not true at all. It's the same concept in a lot of religions, where it's like, hey, I know I'm always going to fail, but I'm going to pray for forgiveness, and I'm going to continue on with my life. Some people just take that a couple steps too far, and they go, well, I'm going to be forgiven anyway, so I can do whatever I want. No, that's not the case. That's not what the message is. It's, hey, I can acknowledge that I've had stuff happen to me in life that I'm not proud of, that I'm really ashamed of. And sometimes it haunts me in the middle of the night. It does. But that doesn't have to define how I view myself. It doesn't have to define how I view my life. And I can continue on with my purpose and my drive and not let anything else bog me down. That's not a immature perspective. It's a very powerful one. Unbreakable Mysteries, huh? 51, is that how many people are in hololive right now? Because they said the 51 Unbreakable Mysteries. I don't know what that means. Oh, the awakening of this old self instead of OG. Or wait, 51. No, wait. 52. There's normally 52 cards in a deck. But 51 Unbreakable Mysteries. I don't know what that means. maybe it's related to a deck of tarot cards. Maybe, I don't know.
hilang kebimbangan rantai-rantai yang membebani hati takkan lagi menghalangi diriku ini menanti sorotan matahari.
And that is such a great little bit of marketing that they always do for these videos. They always showcase a new model. They always showcase a new outfit, something like that. It's such a great coupling of a song, something that we look forward to with these talents, and then we love their new outfits, we love their new looks. And that also steps into, hey, we're advancing our lives, we're moving past how we used to be, and then here we are. Hey, look, we also have a new outfit. It's like that is also a centerpiece of like moving on and continuing on and being better than you were before. The coupling of that with these songs is always so fun. I love Iofe's hair. It's really cool. Wow. What a what a very lively ending right there. That's kind of the dramaticness that I was expecting with the first chorus. They were going to throw that out there, but yeah, that's very, very interesting. Farhan Saracen, very good job with the music. That was very, very cool. But you guys tell me your thoughts in the comments. What do you think about this? Yeah. Yeah. They do an amazing job as always. I love whenever they are on a song together, their voices complement so well. And yeah, link to this is going to be in the description. Go support them, and I will see you guys next time.